Catching the hum,
Catching the hum,
did you feel that shift?
catching the hum. The tone just changed.
So we just went through a shift.
What a way to start. What a way to start.
We were just sitting here in silence looking at each other. We just went through a shift.
Absolutely.
Heather, my love, what did you feel first?
Well,
Okay, set the scene. Where were we?
set the scene. Okay, we were sitting in our living room on our couch, and we were just kind of watching the soccer game. We didn't have the sound on, but so we were just sitting there, kind of watching the game. We were both on our phones, and
But not really in our phones.
no, we weren't. We were just kind of, well, we were watching the game,
Yeah.
really, and we were playing with Persia.
Yeah.
And then Persia came up on the couch, and I'm not really sure who noticed it first out of all of us. You first?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, that's the scene. We were watching the soccer
Yeah.
game, playing with Persia. Then Persia came up to cuddle on the couch with us.
And I said, oh, like something felt
Yeah.
just, I wasn't facing the window. I was facing you and
right.
the wall and Persia. And it just felt like the air shifted, but our AC was off. The fan had been going for all day. For
Yeah.
all day.
No change there.
No. I did look to see afterwards. Like, there was no wind. Nothing happened. It was just, there was like a shift. I don't even know how to explain it.
No, I know exactly what you're saying because when you said to me, then you said to me, did
Yeah.
you feel that?
Yeah.
And I said, I did. But I can't really explain what I felt.
Yeah. And I think I even said, like, what did you feel? And you're like, I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know either. And then Persia also, who was sitting between us, she kind of like looked up a little bit and her ears moved. Usually, like, she's really scared of thunder and lightning. So when she listens for that, she looks up towards the sky and puts her ears back further. She kind of did that, but kind of didn't do it fully.
Yeah.
But she looked around like she was sensing something, and then she took off to her bedroom.
Then she was gone. Yeah, she
Yeah.
kind of, what we call flatburgered. She put her little legs and her belly right to the floor and just kind of, did,
Like a hoverboard.
Did a Grinch style going under the Christmas tree to go to her bedroom.
Grinch. Yeah. But so it was sunny out. So we looked outside. It was sunny out. Nothing had moved. There was no wind. But also in that moment, the seeds started dropping from that frickin' tree.
Yeah. Our
And-
neighbor's awful tree.
I just said today the seeds are doing better because we talked to our gardener about it. We talked to the shade man about it. We are trying to solve the problem with the stinking seeds that we have from our neighbor's tree. And today there seemed to be less seeds, so we're thinking maybe we're getting through it.
Yeah, we're coming on the end of the season, hopefully.
Yeah, but whenever I felt the shift and you felt the shift, also the seeds felt the shift.
Yeah.
So we assumed weather because what is that about? But even bigger than that, like, what is that? Like, I just, how do you explain that? Why didn't we get that in Canada?
I don't know.
You get it in Canada, like achy bones, like it's going to rain. My bones would ache there. Did you get anything there in Canada?
In Canada, yeah. Oh, yeah. Like if it was going to be really humid or damp or whatever, like stiffness.
You got stiffness too?
Absolutely, yeah. My knee, where I hurt it playing ball that time, used to be a real
Oh,
tell.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. And you don't get that here?
Not at all. No.
Yeah, I don't get any of my stiffness here.
No.
By the way, if anybody wants to look in more to that, we've done the trip several times, and well, not several, but a few times. But also have traveled enough to know that once we get south of Virginia,
Yep.
that's when all the aches stop.
Start to go away.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know if
They
it's
start to leave.
leaving the cold region, the Arctic.
The Arctic. But interestingly enough, about the leaves, it in itself is its own shift, I feel.
Absolutely.
Because they don't fall because it's windy. They don't fall because it's a certain time of day. They fall when the tree decides to release them. Like, so we could be watching the tree and watching it just blow a gale like you wouldn't believe. And the leaves and everything will be flying on the tree, and then it would stop. the wind kind of comes in gusts here a
Yeah.
lot. So it would gust up, it would blow all the leaves, and everything would be fine. And then maybe like 15 or 20 minutes later, then the leaves would fall.
But even bigger than
Yeah.
that is that it's not just one tree.
No,
It's all the trees.
It's all the trees. It's all they all do the same thing.
So you would automatically think it'd be environmental, right?
yeah,
The trees all do it at the same time. So you automatically think must be environmental. Like it
Absolutely.
must be wind. But there's not always wind. Like there's not oftentimes there's no wind. We've lived here for almost a year before we had wind. Remember?
Yeah. Oh,
Our
yeah.
first year.
we were like, where is the wind? And then
Now
it's
we
even
get it a lot more.
yeah,
but-
it's even more humorous when we're listening to the weather forecast and they're saying, oh, watch out, it's going to be like 30-kilometer winds, and we're like, wow.
yeah. We're pretty used to that
When
from-
you're from PEI,
PEI Canada. But anyway, so they all fall at once, and it's very weird because you could be outside and there's no wind at all, and then you just hear them start to fall. So it just sounds like heavy rain.
it
really.
sounds like rain. It absolutely does.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the leaves, but the seeds.
Yeah, the seeds and the leaves
The
sound
leaves
funny.
can be, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, there's some sort of shift that seems to happen, and all the trees like to be that connected to one another. That's a little bit weird. But I mean, we're also connected to the trees too. Like whatever they're connected to, we're connected to.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
there's something we're all plugged into here. Persia is. We are.
Yeah. And it's so strange because you can't really put your finger on what it is.
Yeah.
It's like you just feel like whether it's the electricity or the energy or the, I don't know what even other word you could use in that scenario.
ether.
The ether. But that's where the shift is. It's not a sound. It's not a sight. It's a feeling.
Yeah. There's sometimes right before it rains, we'll get a headache or a pressure feeling in our body, but that feels more like a consequence of weather. Like the barometer's dropping, so my head feels pressure or whatever, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of movement there. I get that. That makes a lot of sense to me. And I'm not saying that I have the answers. I'm just saying this is what it feels like. It feels very much like something is talking to a part of me. I don't even know which part of me, but a knowing.
Yep. It is. It's just a knowing. And sometimes we feel it together, like we did
Yeah.
today, and sometimes we don't. Sometimes you will say to me, like, "Did you feel that?" And I'll be like, "No, I didn't. I didn't feel anything, or I didn't sense anything." And then sometimes it's the other way.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I'll be like, "Did you feel that?" And you're like, "No."
But usually in those circumstances, the other person feels it, but it's a little delayed.
Yeah.
It's not at the same time.
That's right. It'll come later,
Yeah.
but not much later. Like we'll just be like, all of a
5-10
sudden,
minutes.
5-10 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't think of a certain, can you think of a time that we each didn't feel something?
No.
So
I really can't.
We do, but not always exactly at the same time, but mostly exactly at the same
Yeah,
time.
today-
But like 60-70% of the time, it's exactly at the same time.
I would say that's
where we
about right,
both
yeah.
try to get each other's attention to go, did you feel that? Sometimes we don't even have to talk. She could be the other side of the yard and we could look at each other and be like,
Yeah.
like what's happening?
Yep.
Especially like when all the leaves are falling and you can feel this strange feeling go through.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. And you always hit it right on the head when you say it's like a knowing. It's just
Hmm.
like there's not even a question. It's just like, okay, this has changed or this is
Something
the
is
shift.
happening.
Something is happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe that's it. Like it's just that there's something, I don't know, like it's like pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of more of like if it was talking, it would say pay attention.
Yeah.
Like something is going to happen.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's not something that's happening. It's almost like the preview of, okay, something just turned on because something's going to start.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it feels like
Yes.
to me.
So and me too. And it's
So,
almost
pay
like
attention.
Yeah, it's like a beginning of something, and it's just like the credits at the beginning of a movie. It's like, okay, the movie's going to happen because here are the credits
Yeah.
that started. Okay,
Yeah.
so now pay attention.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it very much a feeling of pay attention now that I think about that more.
it is. Yeah,
Interesting. Now, yesterday we also had a shift, but we didn't bring you along for this shift because it was far too early, first of all. So every day since we've been in Mexico, we've woken up to the sound of birds, and I mean a lot of birds.
Yes.
There's all sorts of, like, usually if I go out and I record them because I have the bird app, Merlin, there's usually, I mean, any time of the year, there's usually at least 6 or 7, but usually at this time of the year, closer to like 13, 14.
Yeah, I was going to say a dozen.
Maybe
Yeah.
even more. But our mornings usually start the same way. And we've been keeping track of these things because things are cyclical here. We've really noticed, and we want to kind of understand our environment, so we watch it a little bit more, but also because we're not familiar with it.
Right.
We're watching it a lot more.
Yeah.
So we've noticed that during... Why are you making that face?
Well, I was just kind of laughing because generally we're noticing it because it's causing us an issue that we have to fix. Like right now, it's like these smelly seeds that are landing in our pool and on our deck, where we have to clean them off the deck and out of the pool at least 4 to 6 times a day. And so it's cyclical because we want to know, when do these seeds stop? And when do we have to, like, are we almost to the end of this season?
Exactly.
Right, and we notice it a lot too with bugs. It's like all of a sudden, like, there's ants
this
everywhere,
bug?
and then the ants stop, and there's no more ants. But then there's this bug, and then it's like, okay, so now it's May. This bug has showed up,
and May comes the hot time.
and May comes the hot time,
Yeah.
and then now we know with the rainy season coming, it's going to be tarantulas very
Coming. We're
shortly.
already in the
well,
rainy
we're into
season, I
it,
think.
but we don't get all that much rain for rainy season. But
Yeah.
but then we know,
Yeah.
like, we're into the next segment
Yeah.
of the year of what is the issue now.
Yeah.
So we've gone from the ants to those weird, strange little bugs that I don't even know what you call them.
No, I don't know.
To, like, we know.
Remember we had the beetles, we had the flying ants, like things just come. It's like we wake up in the morning and we look outside and all of a sudden we have a whole bunch of a new bug.
Yeah.
We have like, it's very strange. And like the weather here, you know, I guess to a lot of people from Canada would think, you know, it's hot and sunny most of the time and sometimes you get a lot of rain. That's probably the way they would describe it, maybe. But it's a little more, I don't know, nuanced, I guess, maybe. Like, you know, the hottest time of the year here is May. So coming on to April into May, it gets like, it's incredibly hot. Like, go outside 10 seconds, you're starting to wonder, I got to find an exit.
Yeah.
As a Canadian,
Yeah,
I feel that
where's
way.
the water and where is the nearest building with air conditioning?
You cannot make a mistake. You cannot forget your water or go out at noon and be stuck somewhere outside in the blazing sun and not have severe consequences.
Yeah.
People die in this heat. People here generally know how to deal with it, even though they have to work in it a lot more. But to us, it's very much like we got to really pay attention to what we're doing.
Yeah.
But anyway, all that to say, there's just a lot of things happening in cycles. So we really kind of watch for that. And back to the whole bird thing, because of all those changes in the environments, the birds change. So about once a week, I check to see if the birds have changed yet, because sometimes it's like, oh, a whole bunch of new birds.
Yep.
Right? Like the motmots started coming around
Yep.
again. And, you know, there's just a lot of different birds. And the birds are just always there in the morning. But yesterday we woke up and I knew right away, I was like, okay, it's brighter than usual. I wake up usually 5:30 or so because the birds are so loud.
Yep.
There's so many of them all the time. We have the Amazon parrots, we have grackles, we have doves, we have everything going on all at once announcing the morning.
Yep.
But yesterday I woke up and I'm like, it's bright out. What's going on? And I checked the time and it was like 6 o'clock.
6
So
or
it was an hour
6:30,
later.
yeah.
Yeah. And not one sound. So I sat up thinking, like, am I still in a fog here? Like, what's going on? Went to the bathroom, brushed my teeth, came out. And I went right out to the patio, didn't I?
Yep.
I was like, what's going on? And you were getting up behind me.
Yep.
And you said, what's happening? And I said, there's no birds. We had one bird actually.
Yeah.
Jumping around the pool, like alongside of the pool, not making a sound.
But he was making no noise. No.
The environment, when rush hour started, no sound, nothing was happening.
Yeah.
And we didn't know what was going on. And it stayed like that. I think it was like right around maybe 9:30, 10 o'clock before we started to kind of piece things together a little bit. And just to save a really long story, but basically Heather and I have personal things going on in our lives like nothing bad or anything like that, but just decisions to make. And it just seems like whenever we get to a crossroad, it's almost like the environment matches it.
Yeah.
Like it's like different decisions are coming up. Pay attention.
Yeah.
So again, there's like a little bit of a shift.
Yeah.
And I'd love to know if that's felt by us only. Like, is that, you know, because of the shift going on in our lives, is that felt by other people at the same time? Are other people going through that at the same time? Makes me kind of think of how I read that thing once about people from Ireland, how they say that they're in the feeling of, like, I'm in the feeling of happiness, or I'm
That's
in the
right.
feeling of sadness. So almost like feelings are something that wash over a person instead of being responsible for the feelings come and they flow through you and you just deal with them.
Yeah, as they come.
And I can't help but wonder if it's the same sort of thing happening here.
Maybe.
You know,
Yeah.
there's maybe a time of change or movement for everyone. Maybe it shifts through, like the collective energy,
Yeah, like the trees.
like the trees and like us and Persia.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. I wonder.
Yeah. It's really interesting to think about that,
Yeah.
because all we can do at this point is just kind of track it for ourselves, and we have been. But I might actually start paying more attention to all the shifts at once, like
Yeah.
what new bugs are showing up, what new birds are showing up,
Yeah.
what time of the year is it, how long is it lasting, what's going on, what's the energy like.
And out there and in here, like what decisions are we making?
Yeah.
What things do we have coming up? What's on our plate right now? You know, and
what's
see
the
if they
themes?
Yeah, see if they coincide.
Yeah.
You know, with each other.
Yeah, because it seems like, you know, like if anybody knows anything about tarot cards have kind of like themes, right? So like there's like the regular deck, and then there's this other portion of the deck that are big energies that shift through. And generally those big shifts are felt by many people. They just show up in different ways in their life. Like somebody might have heartbreak, you know, might lose a spouse. Somebody might have heartbreak because they've let themselves down, but somebody else might have it because they have to move, you know, just different scenarios, but everybody feels heartbreak.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I
For different
so
reasons in a lot
curious
of
if it's
cases.
something to do with like maybe constellation wise or moon, or like I'd love to know how it lines up.
Yeah. It would be very interesting to see that pattern.
Yeah, so basically our whole lives, this is what we do now. We go based on how we feel with things.
Yep.
What things show up, what patterns. We're really good at noticing patterns, but I think this is kind of like living a little bit old-timey, because instead of reading about it, learning about it, getting educated through something else,
Yeah.
it's like that doesn't make sense for us.
No, we're feeling it.
Yeah.
Right here in
because
nature.
something really so real to you and I, me and you, babe.
Yes.
Have you read about it in a book? No.
No.
We just
No.
feel it and know it here.
Yep.
And that's our reality right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So curious as to like what other shifts other people are noticing.
Me too.
Yeah. And like how often do they shift? And like when that feeling of pay attention comes by, it's almost like to the thing I always say in every podcast, and if you've been listening to other ones, I always say that moment of like clarity, of zooming out of your own life. It's kind of like in that moment you become aware of yourself being in your life. It's almost like if life was a video game, you become aware enough to know that you're holding the controller, like that type of thing.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Like looking through the fourth wall. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Or breaking the fourth wall.
Breaking the
Yeah.
fourth wall.
Yeah. So anyway, we would love to know what you guys think of that. Do you have anything else on that, babe? Like, I think that's what we know right now, but
Yeah.
do you have anything else?
No, that pretty much covered everything. I think that we've kind of dealt with the last couple of days, and yeah, just like the signs are there, even if we're not looking right at them.
Yeah.
You know, we have that feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't need a window. Don't need anything except for these bodies, which are feeling them. I don't even know where in my body.
No, and again, like, could somebody say, well, you know, what made you feel that, or where did you feel that, or how did you know? And I'd just be like, I can't
Well,
tell
it's
you.
almost like asking somebody, tell me, okay, close your eyes and tell me, where do you feel your soul? Well, I don't know. It's here-ish.
Yeah, it's in here somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's kind of that
exactly.
same thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it would be very similar to that for sure.
And why is that though?
No.
So it's in our energy field.
Yeah, I guess that would actually be a really good way to say it. It would be in our whole energy field of our person.
Our existence, our whatever makes me, you.
Yeah, your conscious or
Yeah.
subconscious.
Yeah. I don't know. But love to hear what you guys think. If you guys feel those little shifts too, I mean, you have them all the time, right? Usually it's just noticing them. Because I know it's not just us. I know other people notice them too. You notice them in conversations. You know when in a conversation, for example, when something has shifted, you might have a relationship with somebody and all of a sudden you notice there's a slight change in it.
Yeah.
Right? Like somebody feels something different. You can feel that shift. You
Yep.
feel that moment where either a word was left out or a space was a little too long or there's a knowing
Yeah.
on, okay, something doesn't feel right here.
Yeah. The something doesn't feel right here.
Yeah.
Or even in reverse, something feels really right
Yeah.
here.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
it-
that
it
happens
goes-
too all the
yeah,
time.
it goes
Of course,
either way.
I go to the negative.
No.
Something's missing and you're like, or something's great in there.
Yeah, no, and
Yeah,
it just
that's
like
true.
it goes either way because that feeling isn't in relation to,
Yeah.
you know,
It's just whatever we're just talking about in general.
Yeah.
But I mean, it could be anything,
yes.
you know. That's so interesting that you brought that up though, because like really those shifts do happen all the time, but a lot of them get missed.
Well,
Like,
yeah.
I think so, right?
Because when you're busy and things are going on and, you know, you're doing one thing or another thing and you might miss, it could, not you or me, like it could be missed by anyone if we're just not open to watching for it.
Yeah.
Right? If you're closed and you're just kind of motoring through your day and you've got your blinders on, it could easily get missed.
Right. And like any negative Nancy that's listening to us might think, and no offense to any Nancys, because there's some wonderful Nancys I know, but a negative Nancy might think like, of course you guys are retired. You have all this time to feel the wind blow. Yeah, you're right. We do.
Yeah.
But secondly, it's important to kind of feel that no matter what's going on in your life,
Yeah.
because it's giving you other information.
Right? It's the preview to
Yeah.
be aware that something's coming.
Prepare.
Yep.
Good or bad.
Or bad, exactly.
It just means there's going to be a shift. So how do you prepare?
Well, I don't know. Just,
You know what it reminds
just be
me of?
open to what may be coming. I guess that's how I would be prepared, or hopefully.
This actually reminds me of something I thought about earlier because it's birthday weeks, right? It's my birthday week.
That's right. Birthday week.
And I just think about your birthday, about that year that I got in touch with you and I said, we're going to do something today and I'm not going to tell you what it is, but get prepared. And you're like, what do I get prepared with? Remember?
Yes, I absolutely
And I
do.
didn't want to lead her down any path. So what did I tell you?
She told me take my bathing suit and a towel because my birthday's in August, and
Rubber boots.
bring my rubber boots and
Garbage bags.
Garbage bags. Yeah, garbage bags, rubber boots, a bathing suit, and a towel.
And a sweater. I
Probably
think,
a
too,
sweater.
yeah.
I don't really remember. I just remember the rubber boots and the bathing suit.
Yeah, because you're like, what do I wear?
Yeah.
I'm like, put your rubber boots on.
Yeah. So, and the funnier part of that even is when we started out, I forgot my towel. And Tracy's like, oh no, we need to go back. So we had to turn around and go back to get a towel that I absolutely did not need at all for what we were going to do. But it was all part of the joke of just to be prepared. Who knows what you need to be prepared
For good or bad, wet or dry.
Yeah.
She had no idea.
No
And
idea.
what we ended up doing and kept driving all over the island in different directions. But we did have to be somewhere. What it ended up being was, what was it?
It was like a comedy show. It was during COVID.
It was during COVID. That's
And
right.
it was a comedy show
At the
out at the
drive-in.
drive-in, so you could get out and sit in your chairs like by your vehicle, and there were comedians up on the by the movie
Projector,
the projector. Thank you. So I didn't need my bathing suit, towel, or rubber boots, but that's where I was. And it was so funny because I was actually driving, and they were just saying, "Okay, go left, go right, go left, go right."
And Heather was so excited driving with her rubber boots on. You had shorts on too, didn't you?
Oh yeah, my shorts and rubber boots. Yeah.
All the supplies in the back, and we arrived there. And then it was super confusing because it was a drive-in, but it was still bright.
Yeah. I was like,
And
okay.
other people were there, and it was a comedy show, not a drive-in.
Yeah, it was really funny. It's a great memory.
Yeah, but get prepared.
Yeah, exactly.
For what? I don't know, but for something. Just, I wouldn't want to say brace yourself, but it's just be awake.
Yeah.
Be awake enough.
Pack
that-
your kit bag so that you have everything you need.
So anyway, I guess maybe that was the advice to us today. It was like something is shifting, something is changing, something little, something big, whatever, but there's just something.
Yep.
And it's okay.
Oh, yeah.
We don't brace ourselves for it
No.
because there's no point.
Because you have no idea.
You brace yourself and then you have
Yeah.
like tense shoulders for a week.
Yeah, it'd be like bring your rubber boots to a comedian or comedy show. It's like you don't know.
Exactly. I want to tell you is that please feel free to visit our website at,
Catchingthehum.com.
at least I did, what did I say last time? Capture. No.
No,
Oh, doorbell's here.
Doorbells.
All right, guys.
Okay,
Take
guys.
it easy. We got to go answer a door.
Okay.
All right,
Bye.
bye.
Catching the hum, did you feel the shift? Something in the static gave the day a lift. Heather found the rhythm, Tracy caught the drum. Heard you heard it first, Carl Sam said, that's the hum.